So hello everybody and welcome to this PCR online interview. As we all know, we're celebrating the 30th anniversary of primary PCI this year. We as interventional cardiologists tend to focus on the tools, the techniques, what we can do in the cath lab to improve our patients' outcomes. However, we all know without timely diagnosis of ST elevation MI, rapid initiation of treatment and transport to a primary PCI centre, none of this would be possible and our patients would not achieve the best possible outcomes. This year, in recognition of the key role that the emergency medical services play in the primary PCI, the Andreas Grüntzig Ethica Award, the highest honour our interventional community has been awarded to the emergency medical services. So, today I'm joined by Freddy Lippert, one of our colleagues who collected the award on behalf of the Emergency Medical Services. Congratulations.
Thank you. So proud.
So proud. So obviously this is a fantastic honour for not only yourself but for the community as a whole. Worldwide, the Emergency Medical Services is a broad community of colleagues. Can you tell us who you're representing here today?
Yeah, as you said, for the reward, I'm representing the worldwide emergency medical services systems. So it's not just on one organization, it's not just one person, or it's not just one specialty. It's the whole EMS system, and it's different all around the world. I am Chief International Medical Officer at FAG, and I'm chairing the European EMS Leadership Network, which consists of 9 different EMS organizations in capitals in Europe, and we received the award on behalf of EMS systems worldwide. And that means also the Council of Ambulances Authority in Australia, the Asian Association of EMS in Asia, and our colleagues in US, the National Association of EMS Physicians, and also the Global Resuscitation Alliance. So that's a lot of people being involved who have worked towards the results that we have today.
Fantastic. And as I said, the Andreas Grüntzig Ethica Award, it's the highest honour we have in our community. What does it mean to you yourself to receive it and to the community as a whole?
Well, we are so proud. We are so proud because this means that we are being acknowledged, our contribution to saving lives together with cardiologists and other people, other professional staff. We are acknowledged for our contribution to do that. And we usually have a saying, it takes a system to save a life. And citizens are part of that system. If they didn't call, they wouldn't be brought to the hospital. If we didn't dispatch them in the emergency center, if the ambulance didn't do the right thing, if we didn't have the communications and structures and roles in place for taking to the nearest facility, it wouldn't work. So it takes a system to save a life. And we are part of that system, just like the cardiologists in hospital in the cardiac centers are.
Super. And as I said, primary PCI, it's 30 years since we first initiated primary PCI. It's a very long time. We as interventional cardiologists have seen huge evolution in the field. Clearly the role of the EMS has evolved over time. What changes have you seen over your career?
That's really for the patients with the cardiologists working together. We have seen many changes. First and foremost, from the ambulance services point of view, it evolved from being just transport and no treatment. And today it's initiating treatment, identifying the patient, taking the ECGs, having a communication with the receiving centers, and making decisions and conversation, and then bypassing facilities that actually cannot take care of the patients in that situation and going directly to the cardiac centers. So a lot has taken place, and it's not just in STEMI patients, it's also that system is now in work also for stroke patients, also for major trauma and for sepsis. So it actually illustrates that you can do better for a time-critical patients if you put it all together in a comprehensive way and have all the details right and have the collaboration across specialities.
Super. And that very nicely brings me on to my next question. Obviously in Europe, our primary PCI pathways, our primary PCI networks are very well developed. you as a community get the patient to the right place, the right time, avoid unnecessary delays. What lessons can other countries that are developing their networks learn from this? And as you've alluded to, we've obviously learned from primary PCI for stroke, for major trauma.
Yeah.
How do you see this moving forward, and what advice you might have for countries who are developing networks?
The good thing is that this is actually a model, and it's so inspiring to see that you can make a difference for lives, for patients' outcome, and that inspires people around the world within EMS and within other specialties. But it also tells that you can do the same with trauma, or you can do the same with stroke patients, and this is what we're doing. And it's not all just about resources or having more resources, it's about collaboration, but it's also now it's about using new technology to enhance and facilitate the fast tracking of patients to the appropriate facilities and the final care. So what we should do in the future is look into new technologies that will make care even better and even faster for patients, for STEMI patients, but also for other with cardiovascular diseases.
Brilliant. And finally, I'd like to ask you, what advice do you have for colleagues, both us as an interventional community and your colleagues in the EMS community, moving forward to continue the fruitful working relationships we have? As at the end of the day, I think we all have the same goals. We all want to provide our patients with the best care.
Right. Yeah, and we have achieved a lot for these patients, but one advice is you can always do better. We can always do better in our system, even though we think that we are the fastest or the best or have the more resources, we can always do better. And then the second one is collaboration. We should collaborate to provide better patient care, even if you have a high resource country or if you have a low resource country. And then you should work cross borders. So what we actually say is be ambitious, think globally, but act locally. And we can learn a lot from each other. And we should learn a lot from each other because the potential for doing it even better is there.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time today. And once again, congratulations to you, congratulations to the EMS community. It really is an honour to have you here today. And as I said, the Andreas Grüntzig Ethica Award, it is awarded to those that really have made a huge contribution to our field.
Yeah, and the global EMS systems are so proud to be acknowledged for this reward. We're so proud.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.